Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker. Although we've been working on Heavensward content recently with Alexander. And so in last episode we worked through the first couple of battles of the second wing of Alexander, the Sun Wing, I guess you'd say. As we tried to continue to shut Alexander down to prevent it from continuing to absorb ether from the surrounding environment. We got a little bit more backstory about MIDAS and the fact that it was kind of her group that originally tried to summon the thing. Was it 3 years ago? I think it was. And her lover got kind of absorbed into it, and she thinks that his soul is still housed within it somewhere. So, let's see where that goes. And also, the Illuminati's leader doesn't seem too perturbed by the fact that we are continuing to shut Alexander down. So, we got a few questions going on. But we have to head on in to the next stage of Alexander here. Enter the Burden of the Sun. Though Batrix is troubled by MIDAS' bizarre belief that the soul of her beloved lies within Alexander, he agrees to go along with the treasure hunter's plan for Round Rock's sake. Yes, didn't... yeah, because Round Rocks had a piece of the Enigma Codex, and he warns you that the Illuminati have been tirelessly ferrying supplies into their sunken home, likely for use in new weapons. Be ready for anything as you attempt to break through the Illuminati's last defense. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and work on that. So, let's just go ahead, cue in, and see what happens. And I do... where are we? It's been a little while since my last recording, so a little out. Was it the first 3? Maybe I miscounted. Maybe we got through the first 3 fights. Alright, but we're just going to keep on working on this. So let's go ahead and join in, and hopefully this will pop quickly. And I will be back once we're ready to go. Alright, looks like we're ready to go. Let's go. Assuming, of course, that everyone clicks the button. There we go. Wow. Somebody's outfit is Oh, yes, it's this one. Onslaughter. Probably don't want to be in front of that. Get rid of these. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, don't want to be in front of that. Alright, it's these guys again. Alright, let's get on them. Because we faced these earlier. Alright, Brawler's down. Now Vortexer. Alright, Vortexer's down. There's the other two. Swindler and Blaster. Yeah, we want to split those up. Let's just pick one and stay on it. It looks like everybody's on Blaster. Let me switch over. We do not want to be close to anybody. Nope. All right. All right, those two are down. There we go. All right, Brute Justice. The music is great. Oh. Oh, somebody's spinning it. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in front of this thing. Oh, stack. All right, we just gotta survive this. Get away from that. Ooh, ooh. That boss is fun. Of course, don't look at the explosion. Midas complete. Alright, I have no need for the loot. We'll just give the combination to whoever's left and head out of here. The Mighty Knots. The second core, I do believe. Once that's out of commission, Alexander won't be going anywhere. And she climbs up on top of it and turns it off. Dayan, would that I could see you just once more. Farewell, my love. Well. Lucky who it is. You. You're afraid to face us alone, I see. Not that I blame you. We all know what Ayame did to you last time. To usher in a future that has been writ. Even strongest Gabi must sometimes pretend to be weak and let enemies win. Oh, pretending, were you? And I suppose losing this core was all part of your plan? Don't make me laugh. You know as much about the future as we do. Quick Thinks knows all. For example, Quick Thinks knows one among Uplanders carries true fragment of Enigma Codex. It seems the game is up, Biggs. There's no hiding the truth from Quick Thinks. Very well, I admit it, I have the fragment, but I won't be handing it over to the likes of you. Boy, Wedge, didn't you hear him? He knows all. Which means he knows that you're carrying a worthless rock, while I've got the genuine article tucked away in me small clothes. I'm running all in circles. Quick Thinks already knows conclusion of Uplander's childish games. He's coming for me. Yeah, what's he waiting for? Long ago was the outcome decided. Uplanders think they are victorious, but luck is no friend to them today. What? Right where he was sitting. And now Enigma Codex belongs to Illuminati. All pieces fall into our hands. As far as I can make out, the thing's in good working order. No damage, no signs of tampering. I can only think it was an energy fluctuation that did it. Just bad luck. Bad luck? You're saying it was pure chance the platform stopped at that exact moment? Then what about quick things? There's no way he could have predicted something like that. The odds would be infinitesimal. Well, however he did it, the fact remains that he did. But that doesn't mean we had to stand for it. When someone takes something from you, you just have to take it back. Alright, well, interesting. Let's, get out of here. Alright, Backtrix. Do Uplanders forget something? Matters are too urgent for such foolish doings. What? Tongue flaps of Uplander make Backtrix almost to laugh. Uplander claims already to have stopped core and lost fragment to quick thinks. Look here, Uplander. Backtrix has brain case like steel trap, catching all heard things, all seen things. And he saw Uplanders leave but a few moments ago. So we just left a couple of minutes ago and did all of that? Backtrix senses something is amiss. A gob in the machine. Backtrix is certain that Uplanders left for Metal Giant only moments before returning. He wants his Uplander to disappear over horizon with own 2 eyes. But it is impossible to return so soon if Uplander's tale is true. Why, Treasure Hunter also makes such claims. Backtrix does not know. Go, Uplander. Trade tongue flaps with MIDAS and together think of explanation. Time Shenanigans. I've been able to make sense of Backtrix's account. According to his version of events, we would scarcely have had time to reach the core, much less shut it down. We were all there. We all know what happened. You're sure he's not just confused? Maybe he got lost in all that data of his and forgot the time. I'm afraid not. That is, unless the goblin standing watching Alexander was also confused. His reports corroborate Backtrix's. No, something else is going on here, I'm certain of it. The question is, what? If we assume for a moment that the goblin's accounts are true, then hardly any time has passed since we entered the barrier around Alexander. Time stopped? Impossible. Impossible? You mean like quick things predicting exactly what was going to happen in the core room? I hate to say it, but maybe he wasn't talking out of his ass. If time doesn't work the same way in there, maybe he saw the future. There may be another explanation for that. There's a device deep within Alexander capable of performing complex mathematical calculations. It is not outside the realm of possibility, but it could be used to predict the outcome of simple events. Using mathematics to predict the future? Now, even if I could believe that, it wouldn't explain the business with Backtrix. Biggs is right. Perhaps the presence of the Primal somehow disrupted the flow of time within the barrier. It's only a theory, of course, and a far-fetched one at that, but it might go some way towards explaining recent events. To be clear, you are implying that the Illuminati are aware of this temporal disruption and have been using it to somehow gaze into the future? Very well. If you're willing to accept that, why not go further? Might it not be the case they have found a way to bend time to their will? By moving back and forth in time, the Illuminati could effectively manipulate the present however they saw fit. They would ever remain one step ahead of us, our every effort doomed to fail from the first. Now that's a sobering theory, but it's still only a theory, right? There's no point panicking just yet. Wedge, give the chief a call on your link parole. Why don't you? If anyone knows how to untangle this knot, it's him. Chief, it's me. It's about Alexander. We've noticed something strange about time inside the primal. What? No, not our time inside the primal. The time. I mean, time itself. Chief, it might be best if you just came here. Aye, we'll wait your arrival. Alright, we're calling in Sid. Get the big brain here. Wait for Sid to arrive. Ah, and you're still alive. Is that a heated debate I hear? Boys, you started without me. Now, what was that you were saying over the link parole? Something about running out of time? Sid insisted that I accompany him, though I would have come even had he not. Matters have taken a turn for the worse, I gather. Yep. You can say that again. Let's go see what's happening. The etheric fluctuations are akin to those I observed shortly before the Primal's awakening. In the absence of a functioning core, its form is dissipating, albeit slowly. Justilla, would you mind lending me your goggles for a moment? It can't hurt to have a second opinion. What in the seven hells? The ether pouring out from the primal is flowing backwards, as if time were passing in reverse. It cannot be. Such a phenomenon is wholly without precedent. Knowing so little of this primal's capabilities, however, it would be remiss to discount the possibility outright. If it is as we fear, then at this very moment, Alexander could be undoing our efforts to shut down its cores. All of our labor will have been for naught. Ah, the treasure hunter of whom we have heard so much. You seem unperturbed by our outlandish speculations. Was this perchance the subject of Wedge's communication? Gods help us. If there's any truth to this, it won't matter how many cores we disable. The Illuminati will simply undo any damage we cause. Then what do we do, Chief? How do we even begin to fight something like that? Thoughts? To erase the past. To return to a clean slate. Could Dayan have known? Preparations for restoration of Enigma Codex are complete. Calculations show a margin of error for future readings is 0.03%. Foolish Gobby. When future is decided, there is no error. There is no failure. Listen well, chosen of Illuminati. At last, all pieces are in place. No longer must wise suffer foolishness of unwise. Time has come to backstrike. Inferiors will make way for a perfect world or die. Now, restore Enigma Codex. The last piece. Now, as Alexander Illuminati's to control, soon will cores disabled by uplanders be disabled no longer. Reverse time. Once power flows to third core, Alexander will be fully operational, and with third core will its true potential awaken. Wings of time will unfurl and all of history will be at mercy of Illuminati. Chosen ones will amend the mistakes of past and reshape world into perfection. Lofty goals. Alas, prophecies of Enigma Codex will be fulfilled. And Quick thinks all thoughts will rule as king of new world, of correct world. Chosen ones, menders of history, be proud to serve as builders of this paradise. Alright, well, they are manipulating time. The Stolen and the Chief have returned to Matoya's cave. Don't worry, between them, they're sure to find the answer to our problems. If it isn't waiting on a shelf in the Charlian Annals, it'll be in some forgotten corner of the Chief's brain. You mark my words. And the next time we meet Quick Thinks, we'll be ready for him. Oh, meet Adventurer, there is something I would like to discuss with you, but mayhap it would be best to wait until we are safely back at the short stop. I will see you there. Alright, well, back to the short stop. What's up? I suppose I should start by apologizing for everything. Were it not for me, the Illuminati would never have summoned that infernal machine, or gained the means to control it. Now Quick Thinks possesses the power to manipulate time, to foresee the future and erase the past. I dare not think how he will use it. Returning the cores to their former state was but a foretaste. When all three are active and Alexander can traverse both time and space, nothing will stand between the Illuminati and their twisted utopia. I dare not think how he will use it. Returning the cores to their former state was but a foretaste. When all three are active and Alexander can traverse both time and... I accidentally read that twice. We cannot let it come to that. Somehow we must find a way to stop them. But first, we must rescue Round Rocks. Of all the innocent victims of this sorry tale, her plight pains me the most. The shortstop isn't the same without her. I hope someone will keep her treasure safe until she returns. All right. There we go, and that concludes Alexander Midas, I believe. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive right in to the final wing. The Curl and the Colossus. Adventurer. To come an opportune moment, it would seem we have a visitor. I was pacing about, thinking of round rocks, when something in the shadows drew my eye. I caught only a brief glimpse, but it bore an uncanny resemblance to Quick Thinks' constant companion. Shanoa, was it? If the Curl's here, there's a good chance her Illuminati keepers are close by. We best track her down and quickly. Follow me. Alright, where are we going? Over there. Sure enough. Just as I thought, it is Shanoa. Or is it? One curl kitten looks much the same as another, and she doesn't seem to have brought any of her friends. Over there. Some noise. Uplanders. What are all these snap crashings and... ooh. An Illuminati spy sent by Quick Things to observe our movements, like as not. Given the sizable disadvantage at which we find ourselves, we thought it best to relieve him of duty. He spent his final moments babbling about all the Illuminati's deranged schemes, claimed that once the final core was activated and Alexander fully operational, the fortress would gain the power to travel through time, taking them along with it. He seemed quite convinced that Quick Things was a prophet of sorts, a traveler from the future come to the present to return history to its proper state. Alright, and that's not the half of it. According to him, the battle for history has already been won, and not by us, for the future is writ in the Enigma Codex, and we but play out our roles in it. Quick Things, a traveler from the future... That would certainly explain how he was able to anticipate our every move, but could it be that he has already conquered the world of tomorrow? Have all of our efforts been in vain? Bah, tongue flaps of crazed Illuminati make brain case hurt. Backtricks would speak of different subject. What brings Uplanders back to shortstop? Having settled upon a plan of action, Sid and I were in the process of making our final preparations with Master Matoya when this kitten scampered in, mewing as if to beckon us. We followed her, and she led us here, much to the dismay of the fellow at our feet. Not one look a gift curl in the mouth, but something about all of this doesn't sit right with me. She's been at Quick Thinks' side, make that on his bloody head every step of the way, and now she decides to betray her keepers? If the cat could speak our tongue, I would have a question or two for her, maybe even 3. I can't believe I'm even considering this, but then it wouldn't be the strangest thing I've heard today. You there, cat. You're Shanoa. Quick Thinks is a little familiar, aren't you? 2 mews for yeah, 1 for nay. Yay and nay. Mew mew. Did she truly? Do you want to go home? 1 mew. 7 hells. I think the bloody furball might actually understand us, but that doesn't mean we can trust her. For all we know, she could be here to do her master's dirty work. A moment, Uplanders. Tongue flaps of round rocks come to Backtrix's brain case. 3 years ago, when Round Rocks found Codex Splinterstone, Round Rocks says Black Curl Child is there, onlooking. Bactrix thinks nothing of this then, but now? You mean imply that Shanoa here was present when we attempted the summoning? I very much doubt that. If she were a kitten 3 years ago, she would be a fully grown curl by now. Unless, that is, she took a shortcut through time. An implausible theory, I grant you, but one we cannot well dismiss in light of recent events. If true, it would raise a still more troubling possibility that Round Rock's discovery of the Codex was no mere coincidence, but an event orchestrated by Quick Thinks to further his own ends. Oh, this just gets better and better. Look, whatever is going on here, we're not like to find out by sitting around talking. We need to delve deeper into that fortress. And as luck would have it, Wedge claims his latest invention will allow us to do just that. I've sent him and Biggs on ahead to Maker's Quarter to perform their final tests. Meet them there when you are ready. I'll join you as soon as my own preparations are complete. Alright then. Go see Biggs and Wedge. Something up? To travel back in time and set past wrongs right, who could resist such temptation? And how grievous the consequences of surrendering to it? For allowing the past to consume us and making our every choice or every action the correct one, will we not cease to live in the present and to turn loose sight of the future? It's a path not to redemption but to madness. Well, and we already know that there have been time travel already. It is in fact this very whole incident that led to the thing with the Crystal Tower and Shadowbringers. This is where Sid learned all about it. Alright, Biggs. Ah, yummy. All fired up and ready to go, are we? Then I'd best hurry up and brief you on the task at hand. In a nutshell, we'll be attacking the Primal on two fronts. As we speak, Y'shtola is leading an attempt to cut off the Primal source of ether. Our job, meanwhile, will be to head into the belly of the beast and rescue young Round Rocks. Without her to view the Enigma Codex for him, the Illuminati won't be able to turn back time anymore, giving us a fighting chance at beating the bastards. The chief reckons that the shortest path is through the giant's great fat noggin, the only problem being that it's inside the barrier. Not to worry though, Wedge's latest wonder will take care of that. He's dubbed it the BBG-2, which he tells me is short for Barrier Be Gone. Of course, the barrier doesn't just serve to keep folk out, it also keeps the Primal in. That being why Mida and her mates raised the bleeding thing in the first place. So the moment it goes down, there'll be nothing to stop the Colossus from running rampant if it has a mind to. Which means we're going to need to move fast. The chief will take the Excelsior in as close as he can to Alexander's head, where you'll jump off and secure us away in sight. Wasting no time, you'll then climb back aboard and Wedge will re-engage the barrier. All before our metal friend even knows what's happening. Got it? Good, because we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going. Eyes of the Creator now accessible. Now have access to the eyes of the Creator. Alexander can be accessed. Yeah. Alright. So. We're heading in. Queued up. Again, I will be back when we are ready to go. Alright, we're ready to go. I decided to switch over to Sage for hopefully some faster queues. So let's do it. Now, from what I remember, this one can be tricky. Alright, time to deactivate the barrier. The smoke is too thick, can't see a damn thing. You'll have to press on alone. Alright then. Ride to the steam vent. Hello there, Faust Z. Keep healing the tank. Whoa. All right, cranial hatch. Yeah, that thing is not great looking. Yeah, we're gonna have ads, and then we need to drag them into the glowing square and kill them there, and then they'll get deleted. Alright, we just have the tanks deciding who's doing what. Refurbisher 0. Alright, well, I guess I'll pause until they're ready to go. Alright, they're going. Yeah, there is one thing in here that, if it isn't handled correctly, will cause a wipe, so. Yeah, we gotta move the power generators. I think we didn't activate one of those bots. It hopefully won't be a problem. Yeah, I think it's gonna explode. Or no, he absorbs it and then it's gonna, yeah, do stuff. Yeah, we gotta put the power cores there. The power cores will activate the bots. Then you gotta bring the bots to the area where it's glowing. Oop, we got a tank down. I wasn't paying attention. The problem is that this arena is so large, it's hard to keep everybody within AoE healing range. Oh. Oops. I accidentally clicked on somebody. Alright. Yep, we didn't absorb anything. That's good. Drop the power. Okay. Alright, when we drag them where they need to be. And we get out of town. All right, there we go. A little tricky, but got her done. Nobody left to give a commendation to. Fine work, old friend. Thanks to you, we have our way in. Stay where you are, we're coming. But first, now that you're clear, we had best get that barrier back up before the big fellow gets restless. Wedge, ready the BBG-2 and reactivate the barrier on my mark. Mark. And its head is sticking out. Excellent timing. You're still alive. Oh, excellent timing. You're still alive. Yami has done it. We have a clear path to the heart of the beast. Good. It is a relief to hear that at least one side of the operation proceeded according to plan. The same may not be said of the other. Our efforts to cut off the primal source of ether proved wholly ineffective. Quite why, I cannot say, though I am hopeful that one among us can. What, Mide? On the basis that she summoned the damn thing, you mean? I think you'd better explain. Like all primals, Alexander constantly draws ether from its surroundings, both to sustain itself and to gain strength. Master Matoya and I believed we could disrupt or at very least inhibit this process by means of Arcanima. By creating a vast, impassable etheric membrane between the primal and the land from which it drinks. Aye, which is why the old witch had me place those infernal devices of hers in every nook and cranny of this place. Are you telling me they don't work? Yes and no. As far as we can tell, the Arcanima are functioning precisely as intended, and yet, for reasons we have been unable to ascertain, they have had no measurable effect on the primal. Alright, out with it, Mide. If there's anything you haven't told us, we need to hear it now. We're running out of options. I fear it will not avail us, but very well. It all began with a curious encounter in my younger days. I was out playing on my own one day when a stranger appeared before me. He told me anything my heart wished for could be mine if I but heeded his words. In my youth, I did not comprehend what the man was proposing at the time, but nevertheless, his words seemed to burn themselves into my very soul. Reunite the scattered shards of the Enigma Codex, he said, and perform the sacred rite before the ruins that yet stand strong against the river's flow. Then and only then shall your hopes and dreams become reality. With that he handed me a relic, a horn with a tip of metal which seemed so foreign as to hail from another world. It would serve as a catalyst for the summoning, he explained. A gift from your friend Travanche. And then he was gone. Travanche? I know the man. Our paths crossed during my time in Limsa in the days before the calamity. I might have guessed that the Asians had a hand in this. The horn of which you speak was once rumored to reside on Seal Rock. It is a lost relic of the ancients with the power to manipulate the etheric energy in the very air around us. The Scions have long pursued the horn, fearing the devastation that might ensue were an artifact of such power to fall into the wrong hands. And apparently it has. Finally, I do begin to see. If I have the right of it, Alexander's third core is using the horn to draw on ether from far and wide. It's little wonder our plan failed. Even without moving an ilm, Primal possesses the means to drain not just this land of ether, but our very star. And our course is clear. If the old witch's magics won't avail us, then we shall just have to get inside and dismantle the core the old-fashioned way. Indeed. And yet we must be wary. We have seen the course of time reversed once before, and may well see it again. Even should we succeed in destroying our target, there is naught to prevent the Illuminati from simply returning the stricken core to its previous state. Aye, they are free to turn back the clock again and again, the primal growing stronger all the while. So what do we do then? We can't just give up. No, we press on. Lest we forget, controlling Alexander requires the Codex, and the Codex is but a useless piece of stone without the mind of the Gobby girl. If we can rescue Round Rocks, Quick thinks we'll have no way to flip the hourglass. The Circle of Knowing once tasked me with recovering the horn, and 'twas through mine own negligence that Travanche acquired it. And that it now endangers our world is my responsibility. Even were I not a scion, I should do all in my power to make amends. Whatever assistance I can offer, it is yours. And it begins. I'll send word to our friends in Eorzea. Biggs, Wedge, ready the Excelsior. Y'all may prepare for departure. Let Operation Rescue Round Rocks commence. Oh well, hello there. Oh. And the cat's there. And the cat's there. Yep, we got a little bit of a time paradox going on. Alright, Biggs. 7 Hells. It wasn't enough that those Illuminati lunatics had a bleeding time machine, was it? No, it had to be a time machine with the power to destroy the whole bleeding world. I mean, I'm used to the future of Eorzea being at stake, but this is the future... this is the future, past, and present all rolled into one. We have to get Round Rocks out of there before those gobbies can put any more of their crazy schemes into motion. They named the cat Schrodinger. Okay then. Speaking of gobbies, have you talked to old Bactrix lately? Turns out the kitten you met wasn't Shanoa after all, just a doppelganger. He's already taken the little furball back to the shortstop given it a name. Schrodinger, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I'd best be heading back that way myself. You there, Ayame? Alright then. Alright, but I think that's a good spot to go ahead and stop for now. So, we'll go ahead and press on through Alexander when we come back for next episode. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.